So, you just got your first yo-yo and you need to learn how to use it. I'm World Yo-Yo Champion Tyler Severance, and this is how to set up your first yo-yo. I am using a recessed first base in this video, a yo-yo I designed specifically for beginners, all the way up to learn professional tricks, but you can use any beginner yo-yo you want. Alright, let's break down what pieces are inside of your yo-yo. Any yo-yo you get is going to come with two halves, 1, 2, and then it has an axle in the middle that will help your yo-yo screw together, and then it has a bearing in the middle that helps it spin, as well as these response pads on the side that are made of silicone rubber. That's what helps your yo-yo come back up. While taking apart and putting back together your yo-yo, be very careful that you are making sure the axle goes in straight to the yo-yo. It should come in and out easy just like that, so you're not cross-threading your yo-yo. So your yo-yo string has two ends. You have the finger loop, and then this end that's twisted up, which goes around the yo-yo. This is the very end of your yo-yo string. If you get a knot in your yo-yo string and you need to remove your yo-yo string, here's how you reattach it. Step number 1, you want to make sure your yo-yo is all the way reassembled before you put your string back on. If your yo-yo isn't all the way assembled, it's very easy for the string to slip in between the bearing and the yo-yo, and it's going to get caught, and you don't want that to happen. To reattach your string, what you want to do is pinch the very end, not your finger loop end, the very end of the yo-yo string. Pinch maybe an inch or two above the very bottom, pinch the very bottom as well, and twist in opposite directions. That will untwist your string, and then make sure you twist it enough to get it open so that you can fit your yo-yo back over top, and then simply slip the string back over top of your yo-yo. Most yo-yo strings, unless you're very tall, are going to be a little bit too long. Your loop at the end should be right around where your belly button is. So to adjust your string, what you're going to do is let your yo-yo sit all the way on the ground, take your string, make a new loop, maybe right around the top of your belly button, and all you're going to do is take this new loop, tie it in a knot like so, pull it tight, and then cut off this end right here. Remember, we don't want to cut below where the loop is. We want to cut off the extra string up at the top. So now our yo-yo string is a perfect length. To properly put the yo-yo on your finger, you don't just want to take the loop and then stick it on your finger, see how much room is left at the bottom. It's just going to fly right off when you go to throw it. So what you want to do is make a slip knot. How you do that is pinch your loop open, take a length of string that is below that loop, and then all you're going to do is pinch it through your finger loop, and now you have a nice adjustable loop that will stay on your finger. You want your yo-yo to go on your middle finger of your dominant hand, the hand that you write with, between your first and second knuckle. Also, make sure the original finger loop is pointing towards the outside of your hand, okay? That will make sure that the loop is snug on your finger. If it's flipped around this way and the loop is pointed towards the outside or the inside of your hand, it's gonna slide all over the place. That's not what you want. All right, here's the easiest way to roll the yo-yo up. You want to hold the yo-yo with one hand, your hand that is not attached to the yo-yo string. You're gonna hold your yo-yo from the outside. You can't block the middle because that's where your yo-yo string is going to go. So you wanna hold your yo-yo from just the one half, and your other half that does have the yo-yo string attached to it, you wanna reach right underneath your yo-yo and grab the string right below the yo-yo. Make sure your hand is close to the yo-yo, because if it's really far away, it's gonna take forever to roll up. You're going to lift your index finger with your hand holding the yo-yo, and this is going to be the finger that stops the string as you roll your string around. You're gonna roll the string over top of that finger one time, and then continue rolling underneath all the way to the top. You're going to just remove the hand that was originally holding the yo-yo, and now your yo-yo is rolled up. This big piece of string that's left over, that's going to come right out when we go to throw our yo-yo. All right, let's move on to the throw. Before you throw your yo-yo, you want to make sure the string is going over top of your yo-yo. If it's underneath of your yo-yo like this, it's going to either catch on the end of your hand, see how it's not coming off, instead of when the string is going over top, it just comes right out of my hand. You want to make sure the string goes over top of the yo-yo every time. So this is the proper way to throw a yo-yo. We can't just drop our yo-yos like this. it's not going to generate enough spin for our yo-yos to spin for very long, and you definitely can't perform any tricks this way. So here's how to properly throw the yo-yo. You want to make a big muscle up by your ear. Your throw hand should be right up by your ear, and make sure your elbow is going straight out and your back is straight. If your back is kind of like slouched over and you drop your arm too low, your yo-yo is going to hit the ground, and that's not what you want. Before actually throwing your yo-yo, practice the motion of just swinging your forearm out like so. And if you notice, when my arm reaches all the way out, my palm is going straight up, okay? This is what's going to guarantee that your yo-yo spins straight. You don't want to flip your hand over too early, because that is going to cause your yo-yo to tilt, and that is not what we want. Using just your forearm from your elbow to your wrist, you want to throw your yo-yo straight down towards the ground. What I mean by that is if you throw outwards like this, your yo-yo is going to use all of its energy traveling outward, and it's not going to spin very fast. It's not going to make it back up to your hand. So what you want to do, again, is when you throw your yo-yo, you're throwing it straight down towards the ground. I tell all very young new yo-yo throwers to throw their yo-yo as hard as they can. This will ensure the yo-yo spins for a long time and it has a strong spin. So if you kept your hand straight and you threw straight down, your yo-yo should be spinning straight at the end of your yo-yo string. When you're ready to return your yo-yo, you're going to turn your throw hand from palm side up to palm side down, and you're going to flick the lower half of your arm straight up to catch your yo-yo. Your yo-yo string is like a path. Wherever it is, your yo-yo wants to follow. Like if I push the yo-yo straight out like that, the yo-yo is going to shoot back to my hand at an angle. So when you're practicing returning the yo-yo, make sure your string is in a straight line, and when you tug, tug straight up. If you're throwing it and it's spinning back and forth and you go to tug and it's back here, it's going to be really hard to catch your yo-yo. You only want to flick the lower half of your arm in order to get the yo-yo to return. Like I was saying about this string acting like the path for your yo-yo, if you flick your hand all the way up here, it's going to make your yo-yo go in a direction you don't want it to go. Once you tug the lower half of your arm to get your yo-yo to come back, you don't want to try to reach down and like grab your yo-yo too early. It's not like a football or a baseball where you kind of have to like grab it out of the middle of the air. That's going to prevent your yo-yo from winding up all of the way. Once again, once you throw it down, you just need a firm tug of the lower half of your arm and it will come right back to your hand. So a problem you're immediately going to run into is your string getting really twisted up like this. This is called string tension, and it happens because every time you throw the yo-yo, your yo-yo twists and twists and twists and twists, and it gets really tight or really loose depending on if you throw with your left or right hand. The way that you fix this is you can use the long way. You can take the yo-yo string off your finger and then roll your fingers down it a few times and let it unroll. Or a quicker way to fix your string tension is to just drop your yo-yo and observe what direction it is spinning into, okay? Right now it's spinning to the left. That means my yo-yo string needs to be loosened. So whatever direction your yo-yo spins in, you can help it spin too. Just remember that one turn of your yo-yo, one 360-degree rotation of your yo-yo is one of the strands of string. So if you can see, I just let my yo-yo spin pretty quick and it's still not perfect, okay? So let it spin for long enough, check your string tension, make sure it's good before you roll your yo-yo back up. A lot of people when they're learning realize that their yo-yo is going to tilt, okay? And with all due respect, almost every time that happens, it is because of the yo-yo player. It's not like the yo-yo can just tilt on its own, okay? So there's a few different things that can happen that cause your yo-yo to tilt. If mid-throw your hand flips over too early because maybe you're mixing like the old way that you throw a yo-yo versus the new way that we learned today, so you flip your hand over a little too early, that's going to cause your yo-yo to tilt, not spin for very long. If your arm isn't throwing perfectly straight, like so, or if you start to turn your body, which a lot of people do, that's also going to make your yo-yo tilt at the bottom of your string. This is not what we want. A lot of new yo-yo players also complain about their yo-yo not spinning very long, okay? As you can see, I just kind of dropped the yo-yo and maybe I got 10 seconds out of it and my yo-yo is already losing spin power, okay? So like I was saying earlier in the video, I tell all new players to throw as hard as they absolutely can, and that will make sure that their yo-yo spins for very long. If your yo-yo is hitting the ground, that means, like you just observed, I'm dropping my elbow super low. and then my yo-yo is hitting the ground or your string is too long. So make sure that your string is an appropriate length, right around that belly button length, and that way your yo-yo won't hit the ground. A lot of new players find it difficult to catch the yo-yo as it comes back, because it tends to come back pretty quick if you have a really good throw with your hand. You want to make sure, again, like I was saying earlier, you treat your yo-yo string like a path for your yo-yo to travel on, and as long as it's in this straight line going back to your hand, it should come straight back. Like I mentioned earlier, if you throw your yo-yo and it's moving all over the place and you go to tug it back, it's going to be a lot harder to catch. Or if you move your hand super high, that's also going to make your yo-yo really difficult to catch. One more time, the way to get your yo-yo to come back is just with a simple flick of your wrist, lower half of your arm, and it will follow the string right back to your hand. Just make sure you're paying close attention to all these small details. It's really easy once you learn all of them to put all of them together, but when you're first learning, you're going to struggle a little bit, and that's okay. That's the beautiful part about yo-yos, is that every time that you make a mistake, all you have to do is rewind your yo-yo and try again.